Previously, they thought sun is revolving around the earth. That was the statement from the Ptolemy 2000 years before. And this model was called a geocentric model. People believed this was correct because they thought, yes, we are seeing daily sun is moving from this point to that point. This statement is absolutely correct. They believed this statement. But a person, and they also thought, one more point we have to discuss, they thought each and every celestial object is revolving in circular path. Example, sun is revolving around the earth in the circular path. That was their statement because they believed the geocentric model. Later, a person called Aryabhatta, a famous mathematician and a famous scientist from India, he made a statement that in his Aryabhatiyam, he made a statement, sun is the center of this planetary model and all these planets are moving around the sun. And he mentioned that model as heliocentric model. But he gave only in some poetry form. Later, after 1000 years, see, Aryabhatta mentioned this point in 500 AD, means 5th century. But until Copernicus came, after 5th century AD, the Western people, they were still believing that the earth is the center. After the 1000 years, the Copernicus came and he mentioned sun is the center of the planetary model and all the planets are moving around the sun in the circular path. That was a small mistake from Copernicus, because the later statements revealed that all the planets are moving around the sun in the elliptical path. Okay, at least he mentioned and he discovered that sun is the center of this planetary model. Then by his, at the time, the church people and the people around him, they did not believe the Copernicus statement, but it was one person who believed the Copernicus theorems. That was Galileo, because the Galileo found his statements are almost matching his observations, what he was seeing through telescope. Not only Galileo, there was another person who was also spent his entire lifetime only for regarding the calculations of planetary motion. That person named Tycho Brahe. So Tycho Brahe, whatever he calculated, he made some calculations and he recorded. His assistant called Johannes Kepler, he analyzed the Tycho Brahe's points. By using them, he mentioned three laws. Those are famously called as Kepler's laws. So these three laws, based on these three laws, Newton law of gravitation was discovered. So first, before going to depth, what is gravitation, we will read Kepler's laws.